Hey guys, we are here at Pocket Gamer Connects 2017 in London. I've been joined by Erin O'Brien from Gram Games.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about Gram Games.
Well, Gram was founded in 2012 and kind of made its name for itself with 1010, and since then has had two other hit puzzle titles, which is Merged and Six. And so now Gram is actually expanding into the UK and founding a mid-core IAP-based studio, which is super exciting. So we're kind of coming in and not only exploring a new place, but exploring a new genre and diversifying things and kind of testing the limits of our talent. So it's a really, really exciting time.
So the puzzle games you might be known for, things like 1010, were they premium titles or free-to-play, or how
they were free-to-play titles, yeah.
Okay.
So it was actually an ad-based structure,
Right.
But so we've had the three titles, and we're really excited to be moving into something different and kind of mixing it up, because we're still going to have those titles out of our Istanbul studio, but we're going to kind of diversify and expand by exploring those mid-core titles and what we can do with the IAP-based structure.
And when you say pushing towards something like the IAP structure, are you thinking more of the sort of light strategy management games? What's the kind of style you're going for?
Yeah. So it's light strategy management type games, world-based games, and some of them will be larger scope, some of them will be smaller scope. But I think we discussed, but Gram has a very open culture. So the idea is that if you have an idea or you have something you want to do or anything, then you can bring it to the table. And we have prototyping days every single Friday. So we're not really prescribing what this studio is going to be. We're giving a general, maybe try this. But, if we believe that the people we are going to bring into the studio and the people we have in the studio are the best, and that their ideas are going to work or can work in some way. So we trust the people who work at Gram, and they're going to define what IAP-based looks like for Gram and what it looks like and what midcore looks like for us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So why specifically the UK? If you're setting up a studio over here, why go for this location over others around the world?
Yeah, well, I think that we really wanted to be among the greats, and I think that right now London is really a hub for that. And I think that it's also it's a place where it's a very global city, and it's there's a lot of interesting things everywhere, and I think it's also I just lost my train of thought. And so I think that it helps to be next to the people who are doing similar things to you, but are also trying out new things every single day, and being in the middle of that kind of energy and being in the middle of developing technologies, developing genres, everything is really what we wanted to go for, and London is one of the best places for that.
Well, you speak about developing genres, and over the past few years, you've seen the shift from premium to free-to-play.
Exactly.
You've seen the incredible rise of things like from Clash of Clans being that strategy game we talked about, to Clash Royale, which is a weird fusion of MOBAs and 3 lanes. And what do you see as the thing that's going to push forward into 2017? What are you aiming for?
The AI and VR trend is going to be huge this year, because right now, it's really cool what they have, what's out there and what exists out there, but it's still clunky. It's not quite. It's not quite there. And at the speed at which that has developed, I can only imagine what this year is going to bring for that. And Gram, of course, we don't have anything, necessarily prescribed in the books for this, but we're always excited about new technologies, always excited about seeing what we can do. So I think it's going to be really, really exciting to be not only exploring a new genre at this time, but exploring new technologies, being among people exploring new technologies, and being able to feed off the buzz in this city on all of that.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So it's safe to say you're on the lookout for new ideas and potentially people to come and to rock up.
We're super excited about bringing people into the new studio, because culture, inevitably, but culture is a product of the people that are within it, right? So at Gram, every time we bring a new person onto the team, it's exciting, because you get to see how things shift, and you get to see, how people interact, and we are all friends when it comes down to it, primarily, and then we happen to work with each other. And so we have a couple core tenets, as in creativity and honesty and familiarity and communication, that we push to our people. But excuse me.
Sorry, it was going round at the moment.
I forgot to breathe. But it's always exciting to see how a new personality and new talent and new technical skills really kind of shift that around, usually for the positive. So as we expand here, we're going to be seeing a lot of that as well, and it's super exciting.
Okay, we were talking before we started the interview about the idea of the way that studios can kind of often be siloed off from one another. You can lose that kind of communication between the two groups. How are you going to try and sort of maintain the connection between these disparate locations? Yeah,
well, technology is huge. So, I think some of the people I communicate with the most are here in the UK when I'm not based here. I talk to some people more than I talk to my dad.
Hi, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. But also I think that what we've done kind of is we're shifting over some people from the original studio to the new studio, and then bringing in talent on both ends. So if you think of it as, I don't know, like sourdough bread or something, like we're kind of bringing the culture into the office and introducing it kind of as a concept.
Gotcha.
Right? So and then bringing new people in on both sides, and allowing them to shape it and kind of morph it in their own way, but blending instead of kind of saying, okay, we want a new studio here. We're going to start a new studio here, find entirely local talent, because I think that often that's really problematic for companies because they lose that core kind of indie connected, friendly feel. Because, I mean, I think that one of the scariest things for any expanding company is losing the connection. Because in an industry like games, you have to have happy people. You have to have people who are having fun. Otherwise, quite frankly, they're not going to produce good games. So, and a big part of being happy and having fun is having a friendly work environment and an open, communicative, comfortable work environment where you can be yourself and you don't have to have this like work self and home self and feel like you can't fully express yourself when you in the place where you spend most of your time, right?
Sure.
So I think that that has definitely worked out so far in our original studio, and we're going to bring as much of that over as we can, and then also bring in people who are willing to work in that kind of environment and who not only want to come in but want to develop it and make it stronger and kind of see where it can go. So yeah, it's an exciting time, and I mean, above all else, it's going to be so cool to meet some of the talent in this incredible industry and kind of see what's out there.
Speaking of which, we're at the conference today. Yes, we're at Connect. What's the kind of reason that you come here? We ask everybody because it's kind of drastically different depending on which segment of the industry you come from. So from your perspective, what's the benefit of a place like this?
Well, I think that it's easy to kind of get lost in your own world in this industry because you're literally creating worlds. And so it's really exciting to kind of come out here and, just be among, as I said earlier, the buzz and the energy and kind of see what's out there and see the new ideas and see what people are working on, because sometimes it's something you hadn't even considered, hadn't even fathomed. And it helps, I think it helps our company on all ends, like in every aspect of the company. It helps people to kind of like get their minds racing. And it's the same reason why like we have prototype days on Fridays, because you need to pop out and remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. And I think this has a similar effect.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And if people are interested in coming and finding your stuff or interested in contacting you about this like new studio, how would they do that?
Well, we on our website, on our Join Us page, we have all the available positions listed. But I mean, as we said, we don't really prescribe positions or hierarchy or anything like that. Yeah, we do have a flat structure, side note. But side note. Okay. So on the Join Us page, there's all the available positions, but we always encourage people to reach out, even if you don't see your exact kind of, ideal job listed there, because it's a very flexible environment. So yeah, jobs at Graham Games, and the Join Us page. And also check out our website while you have a chance, because there's a bunch of stuff kind of about the activities we do and the culture we've created and how we all like each other and happen to party together every once in a while. Organic. It's totally organic.
Well, thanks for coming today, and best of luck with the new studio.
Thank you so much.